Connie, Cohen.
No, that's fine. Good morning, everyone. I was invited to talk to you about something that I noticed in your pictures. One of the things that I noticed on MLS is the way you're posting your pictures and your clients. And you are not doing them a favor. You are actually making them to sell their house in a less price. And I noticed that you're decreasing prices on the property. You should be having tons of offers. It's a hot market. And the way you're going to do it is by helping them. How do you help your listing without losing your relationship with your client? Because you don't want to go and insult the person. You don't want to go and tell them your house is not beautiful, because you can insult their kids, but if you insult their house, they will be you will be in a bad place. So you either hire a person to do the staging, like our company, or you trying to tell them, this is not your home anymore. This is a house, and I'm gonna sell your house. And I wanna sell your house very soon, but you need to help me. So we're gonna make this a house that anyone, when they walk into this house, it will be a wow house instead of that's not my home. And you start with the little things. And I'm just thinking back many years ago when I was looking for a home. And I used to drive by the home. And sometimes I would tell my realtor, I don't want to go inside that house. And she would tell me, it's a beautiful house inside. And I used to say, I don't want it. And when I saw a house that was beautiful outside, I said, I want the house, without even seeing it inside. So how do you start putting your house for sale for your client? Do the curb appeal, so important. Do some landscaping. If you don't have the money, just go and buy some plants yourself. It's a good investment. Because your client is gonna have a curb appeal right away. They're gonna have people driving by, even if they're not thinking of buying a house, they're gonna call you. But if they see a house that is in distress, they're not gonna go inside. Your price is gonna decrease, your client is gonna be unhappy, and guess what? You're not gonna get a referral. That's more important than selling the house. Because if you sell the house, if you have a good relationship with your client, you're gonna have a referral. So you start with the curb appeal. And then you go, and when they open the door, you want the wow. How can I do a wow without me? Take me out of it, take the staging, you know. I've been going to some homes that the smell is pretty bad. And you know, some people cook with the different spices. And we don't know, you know, when we live in a house, we don't notice that. But some people, you as a realtors, I'm sure you notice that. And how can you tell your client your house smells? You don't. What did you do is you say, you know what, let me help you to do a few things. And one of the things is you go around and there a lot of people have pets. And they're their babies. You're not gonna go and say, get rid of your dog because I'm gonna sell your house. What are you gonna do? You're gonna be very tasteful saying, you know what? Go and buy some balls for the dog. You do it. Go and do it. And say, this is for the dog, and we're gonna put it on this place, close to the kitchen, on the back, and we're just gonna keep this here. Buy new ones. Doesn't cost a lot of money. It's a good investment. You're investing on a referral. You're investing on somebody who feels you care about their dogs. You even want to put maybe a name of the dogs. What is your dog's name? They feel special. You want people to feel you care for them and care for their pets. So animals are very, very, very important. And how you treat your listing with animals is very important. Maybe you don't think about it, but some people don't like to live in a place where there were dogs or cats because they're allergic. So you need to talk to your client about those little things. They are important. They're very, very important. It smells, spices. So what you do is you put a welcome mat. Again, this is from your money. Don't expect your client to buy it. But it's a nice thing. You can put a rug that says welcome home. So the new person will feel this is my home. I'm welcoming home. New one. And then you go inside. And then you have religious things all over the house. Okay, now you're not insulting their pets, but their religion. I mean, that's very, very tricky. How do you tell somebody to take Virgin Mary out of their living room? That's very, very touchy. But you know what? You can do it. What you're going to do is, you know what? This is very beautiful. And it will look really nice on your new home. And this house, that's not going to sell it. So change your attitude to, when you're talking about the listing, talk about a house. When you're talking about moving, talking about a home. So people make that switch. This is a house. This is no longer my home. Your home is where you're going to go. I'm helping you selling your house, not your home. Because it's a lot of memories. So you go to the living room, you do the religious, which is an issue. It is a very issue because, a lot of buyers, they're prejudiced. So we want to make this house neutral. Neutral as a model home. I worked for new homes for many years. And I can tell you what people say with new homes when they look so beautiful. I want to live in that house. I want to go home and clean my house. I want to go home and get rid of things. They all wanted to move to that house. So you don't want to waste your time and bring people. They're just going to walk in, give you the bye. You want to walk into the house and say, I'm going to show you your new home. So how do you do that? You need to get rid of all the pictures. Pictures are so important. I used to go to open houses to see who lives there. That was weird, because we all do. We all go through the pictures. And instead of you showing how potential your listing has, you're showing them who's living there. They're not living there. So again, when you talk to your client, you're going to say, they're beautiful. Always start with the positive. Do this sandwich talk. You start nice, you get to the point, and you end nice, which is, what a beautiful beautiful pictures you have. You have such a beautiful taste. But let's put everything in storage, because I'm going to sell your house. End of the conversation. So you get to the point that, yes, they have a beautiful taste. They're beautiful. They're living in a beautiful home. But you need to storage everything because you're selling their house. You're not there to enjoy a beautiful evening. You're there to sell their house. And how you're going to sell your house is going to be fast. And it's going to be a lot of offers. Not you're just going to sell your house. So then you go to the kitchen, and you know in the refrigerator they have more magnets than a magnet store. You know where they're been, where everybody in the family's been, and it just doesn't look too good. It looks cluttered. Again and again. Oh my God. I wish I had so many magnets in my house. They're gorgeous. Can I help you put it in a little box? Can I help you? Instead of say, get rid of that. Because they take it very, and right away, what I hear from people is like, I hate my realtor. I don't like him. He's mean, he's rude. Instead of saying, you know what? He's helping me selling my house. So what kind of referral do you want? And the referral you're going to get from other friends is going to say, you know what? I have a really good realtor to help me sell my house. He loved my house. He loved my magnets. He loved my dog. He even bought a ball for my dog. They have no idea. Because you're hiding the real purpose. And the real purpose is to sell the house. So you go to a room, you go to the kitchen, and this is the truth, and I'm so sorry I didn't have the chance to make copies of the picture, but it's, if you go through the MLS, which I did yesterday, I saw pictures that I can't even believe people will put it on the MLS. It was, if the owner knew that those pictures, that everybody is looking at their house the way this realtor put those pictures, I'd be killing that realtor. I'd be embarrassed. Because this realtor, he was on the picture, in the mirror. I didn't take it because it would be maybe somebody here, but I don't want to. But he was in the corner, taking the picture all the way to the back, showing his tummy. And he had no idea that he's there, because it's all mirrors. And everything, undergarments are there. I mean, it was really sad. Because, you know, you're not doing your client a favor. Actually, you're embarrassing your client, because somebody's going to see those pictures. So take the time. Take the time to talk to them about their kitchen, about their refrigerator. Do you know how many people open the refrigerator? They do. And you know, it just takes a little, the way you talk to people. It's not what you say, but the way you talk to people. I have, you know, we stage people's houses. Some people don't even want to sell it anymore because they feel their home is different. So that can be a problem for you if you do a very good job. But so you start with the curb appeal. And like I said, I repeat it because it's so important. Why you're wasting your time on phone calls, on marketing, when you're not doing the little things that counts? You know, if you lose a client, how much it costs you? How many hours of following and following? When he's going to call his best friend and say, you know, my realtor, I hate him. I don't want you to call it. instead of being the best friend for this person. Because this friend is going to refer all the other person, and the other person. And that's the way to do business. Keep your clients happy. So you have tons of furniture on the living room. Tons. I've been to houses that have more remote controls than televisions. More cables than telephones. And unfortunately, we live in a society that we just keep things and things and things. And when we're selling a house, we're not selling the house, and it's very, very hard for us. We have a lot of work when we go to a home that say is full of stuff. So if you storage 80%, then you be selling the space. You're not selling their stuff. If you want to sell their stuff, there is estate sales and things like that, but you're not selling their stuff. But you need to have that conversation with your client. You need to say, how can I help you? No, do this, do that. Oh, your house is not going to sell the way you have it. No, I'm going to sell your house, and I'm going to help you. And you can take pictures from the MLS and say, this is a house that has been on the market for 3 months. And look at the difference when you see a stage house. Look at the difference when you see a clean house. It sells because people want to live in a beautiful place. And I don't care what people say, it has potential. That potential is, I'm not going to do anything to do anything. That's not a word that you want to use. You want to use, I'm going to have a referral from this client because they're going to feel I'm helping them. I'm going to tell them how to do it with my help. So you go to the kitchen and you clean the counters. How hard is that? And you tell your client, you're going to live like this for a very short time because I'm going to sell your house very soon. You don't tell your client, oh, you're going to live like this forever because your house is not going to sell. No. You're going to say, you're going to help me, and I'm going to help you. You're going to help me. You're going to keep those counters clean completely because people want to see the space. They don't want to see what they cook or what is going on. So clean counters in the kitchen makes a big difference. No magnets on the refrigerator makes a big, big difference. Then you go to the bathroom, and it looks like a drugstore. It does. People don't have hair, and they have so many shampoos. It's true. It's very, very true. Because you know what? Everybody needs a shampoo in the home. Look at the thing, when you go to a vacation, just think about that. And you go to an hotel room, what is the first thing you notice? Nothing. There's nothing on the counters, there's nothing on the side table, and there's only a few towels. The shampoos are this big. So people love to be in an hotel. So make your listing an hotel. Make the bathroom a spa. People that walk into the bathroom and say, I want to take a shower. No, like, oh my God. Oh my God. Towels. Use plain white towels. When you go to an hotel, you never see towels with flowers or with tons of towels. You see white towels because we see the space. Hotels want us to know that those bathrooms are major bathrooms. You know how small they are? They're very tiny, but we don't feel they're tiny. So make a space. Take all those shampoos. Take all those medicines. Because when people see medicines, they start feeling sick, even if they're not. I have a client that she went through menopause and depression, And she had every book about menopause, and she was selling her house. And I told her, no, we don't sell that kind of house. What we did, we keep those books, but we took the covers out. We make them all white. People walk in and say, and then put a happy book. I'm a happy person. People live here, they're very happy. You know, this is, people want, you know, when you go to model homes and see what do they have. They have happiness. They have clean. They have less. So less is more. Think about that. So the bathroom, you're gonna have to clean it. You're gonna have to tell them, we're gonna make it nice and big. Bathrooms are very small and hard to sell. So how do you make it? White towels. Invest. Make a box in your car. Put towels that you can sell it to your client. Give it to them. That's a referral. That's a feeling good. Oh, my realtor thinks my bathroom is so pretty that they need beautiful towels. Always in the nice way. And then always the smell. Think about the smell. Close the toilet lid. Very important when you're showing your house. Very important. I mean, people think, oh, no, that's not. That is very important. It makes the bathroom bigger. And people don't gonna go, the first thing when you walk to a bathroom, you're gonna look into the toilet and go like, are they scrubbing it? They're not. So the little things that you can do. I have a list. You can take it. If you have a lot of furniture on your living room and you're removing the furniture, what are you going to do is you have all these dents on the carpet. And it's very simple. You take an ice cube and then you rub it on the carpet. Then you don't have those dents. Nobody knew that furniture was there. Smells are, you know, the only thing you remember from your childhood is when your mom used to cook or bake. So what are you going to do? And it's very true and it's very old-fashioned. Bake something. It is very true. It sounds like, oh, everybody say this. It's not. It's just people want to feel it's nice. Put the fireplace, if you have a fireplace. You can do little things that your client will be happy. This is a major problem with all the houses. People are saving electricity and they're pulling light bulbs. You go to their houses and you go, oh, it's because I don't want to spend on electricity. So what did you do? You go and get light bulbs, they're 100. And you say, I know it's going to be for a while, but it's going to be a few weeks because we're going to sell your house. Lighting is so important. Their houses are so dark. And when you go to an hotel room, what do you see? Beautiful ambience. It feels warm. So you can invest on those light bulbs. You can do it for your client. Don't say, here's a box of light bulbs, good luck. Have a ladder on your car and have light bulbs and show them the big difference. That is so important. And again, think, referral. Every time you do something, every little thing that you do for your client, it will be a referral. Anything that you don't do for your client, it will be negative marketing for you. So you can decide it, you know, that I want to help them, or I'm moving to my next client, which you may not have, and just go through your client and say, well, I want to do this. Toys on the living room. A lot of people have toys. A lot of people use rooms in a different way. So they have an empty room. So guess what? I'm going to bring a yoga mat and little music, and this is a meditation place now. Rooms don't have to be the way they used to be. A lot of people look into the new trends, look into books, say, I'm going to help you. I'm going to be your best friend because I'm going to sell you your next house, and I'm going to take you to the next house where you're going to have the same things. So closets. A lot of people think, let's put everything on the closet because everything is beautiful outside. Guess what the first thing women do when they go to a house? Open the closet. And then you see there's no space for all my clothes that I'm going to bring. I don't care how beautiful this house is. There's not enough closet. There's not enough closet is because client has a lot of things there. He's putting from the outside the house. We were like little kids. We still like little kids. Because, people, the way they clean is, when we were kids, they used to say, you can go and play outside if you clean your room. And we used to put everything under the bed. That's the way we are. So that's why when you tell your client you need to clean your room or your house, they're putting everything in the closet. And guess what? Your closet is not selling your listing. And you go crazy. But it has a nice kitchen. It has nice curb appeal. It has all these things. Why it's not selling? Because it doesn't have a closet. So closets are important. So tell your client, please, let's remove 70% of your clothes. So can you keep some clothes, but not all your clothes? Little things that you're going to go with, but like I say, the way you ask and the way you prove it is, those houses in Playa Vista, they're selling so fast, and they're $2 million for 1,900 square feet. Somebody asked me the other day in a Chamber of Commerce, what is staging? And I told him, I said, staging is like when you're dating someone. They always look beautiful. They're so pretty. And when you get married, it's the same thing. The house is the same. You're selling the dating. When they move in, they go, oh, what happened? This is not the same house. Then they have to make it their own. But you're dating that house. You only have so many options. You cannot bring back your client. The only time you're going to bring back that client is when they're making an offer. And you don't have a lot of chances. You cannot sell it twice. You're going to have to sell it first. So do your homework. And it doesn't take much. It takes light bulbs. It takes to clean. How do you tell somebody to clean their house? By helping them. How can I help you? There is a way, oh my God, you have such an amazing collection of cookbooks. It takes over your kitchen. It's so beautiful. Which ones are your favorite? Oh, they're these ones. Okay, this is the ones we're gonna display. Your favorite ones. Take the covers of the books. A lot of people buy books. They're beautiful picture books, but they don't understand them when the cover is only for them to sell. You need to take that cover. It brings them clean. It's a new book. You don't have to put flowers and make it, because what you can do is buy a picture frame and put a picture of a flower and a desk. Desks are a big problem too. They're full of stuff. They're just clutter. So if you go and say, I bought you some boxes, you can file your stuff, but I can help you. I really, I have few minutes and we can help. No, I'm gonna do it myself, because people would tell you that. I wanna do it myself. Okay, good. Well, if you need help, call me. I'll be here. Before you show that home, walk by and say, well, what did I think about that home? Can I go to your house before I show it to my client? I know it's a lot of work, but think about you may lose the sale because the dog is just hair all over, plates all over, food all over. So once you treat your client with respect, they will respect you because they know that you want to sell the house. A lot of people on the staging, when I call them, they say, well, there's a hot inventory. This is not going to last forever. I mean, it is a different kind of bubble, and you know that. It is going to happen. And what are you going to do? How are you going to call your past clients that you did not give them really good service? How are you going to call them back and say, oh, can I get a referral? They're going to say, don't even call me. You were mean. You were rude. You did not help me. It took forever for you to sell my house. Because this is where you're going to go after this big market is going to go. You're going to go back to those people. You want to go back. Or those people are going to call you. They're having kids. And this is what, if you have an older client, talk to their kids and say, because the kids want their house to be sold. That's the first. So if you talk to the kids, you can be more bold with the kids and say, you know what, I'm going to be the neutral person. Or you're going to call a staging company that will be the neutral person. But if you want to be with their kids and say, help me. I want to sell your mom's house. But the only way we're going to sell that house is we need to do some work. Their kids are going to be so happy. Guess why? Because they're getting money. They want that house to be sold. And how you're going to sell that house is with their help. And guess who's going to buy you a house later? Their kids and their friends. So think about it. Do you want a client that is only one time having a listing for 3 or 4 months with a decreased price? Forget about the referral. Did you want a wow house that just your clients go, wow, this is nice. This is really nice. And every house, play musical chairs with furniture. If you see a beautiful chair that is just in the living room, it doesn't go in the living room, go to the bedroom. Don't settle for, okay, this is the living room, that's going to be the living room. Things are changing a lot. Trends are, we have a new generation that is minimalist, and they don't want any stuff. So if you're selling to a young couple, the best thing you can do is get rid of about 90% of things. Because they don't want stuff. And stuff, a lot of my kids used to say, grandma smells. Grandma never smelled. That's not true. It was the stuff. The stuff smells. Their houses start smelling old. It's not the people. It's because it's furniture, it's clothing, it's all this stuff that starts smelling. And people are very into smells. They don't want to move to a smelling home. So I'd like to say, if I'm going to leave you with something, is a referral. A referral that you're going to get from your client. Think of them as your kid. How you're going to teach them. Know how you're going to tell them. How you going to show them to declutter bathrooms, medicines, books, dogs? Dogs are very important pets, animals. People love their animals. If you insult their animals, forget it. You're gone. It's gone. The deal is over. Forget it. If you go with the dog food or pet things, oh, they love you. They want you. And, oh, we're going to find a new home for little Fido here. Not for them, but for their dogs. Because they love the dogs and people love their pets. So you need to think about what these people like. If they have a garage, you're allowed to put things on their garage. And if they want to pay for storage, tell them if your stage is an investment. What are they going to get from that is to move faster. But you can do staging yourself. I'm not here to tell you, oh, hire me, because we have the furniture. So you may need my furniture. But I'm pretty much trying to tell realtors what I hear, where I hear people saying. Most of my friends would never call back their realtors. I remember I bought a place and the lock was there still. So little things like that you need to take care. So I wish you the best of luck, guys. And there's a lot of things you can do for your client, going by light bulbs, alarms, change the batteries, do little things. Have a ladder with you so you can help them and be their best friend and get a good referrals. And I hope you guys sell a lot of houses.